I just want to put a disclaimer that this video will contain graphic images and discuss fluids like pus quite a bit. That is the nature of a health video. What is an abscess? The Rat Health Guide defines it as a collection of pus in tissue, organs, or a confined space, which is usually caused by a bacterial infection. Usually abscesses happen by a tiny scratch or injury, sometimes from the rats just simply playing together, and then infection can get in when they roll in the bedding or dig or somebody sneezes on them, any sort of way that bacteria can get in that tiny little wound. Abscesses can typically be treated at home. However, if your rat has an abscess on the face or near the genitals, or that is very large, then you will want to seek a vet before doing anything. They tend to be lumps that are soft, come to a head that is green or scabbed, and they smell absolutely horrid. It's important to note that abscesses should heal from the inside out. Using a topical ointment on them after they open can be really tempting, but it actually seals the infection inside. So proper treatment should be compresses to help bring the abscess to a head, allow it to drain, and then flushing with saline, and repeating this process at least 2 times daily till the abscess is clean and scabs over on its own. Poor Rips had one on one side of his face, and within a week of that one healing up, he developed one on the other side. So with the vet's go-ahead, we treated it the same way, and I use this as an opportunity to document that process for you. Rips has since crossed the Rainbow Bridge due to other issues in his health, but I wanted to go ahead and make this video because I feel like it's really helpful, and it's such a common rat ailment that I figured someone could probably get some use out of it. In this video, we had seen our vet and were given the go-ahead to do compresses to help the abscesses drain and heal faster. First, make sure you have clean hands and clothes that if they get icky, you won't mind washing. You can also wear an apron, which I definitely recommend. I use a clean coffee cup, warm water, and you will want to test this with your elbow or wrist to make sure it's not too hot. If it's hot on those sensitive surfaces, then it's too hot on your rat's body. And lastly, a clean cloth. What I do is dip the cloth in the warm water and apply gentle pressure to the abscess. The rat is going to wiggle and squirm. Hold as long as possible. Let the rat move, set them down, pet them, and repeat. If the cloth cools, dip it in the water again, squeeze the excess water out, and apply gentle pressure again for as long as the rat will tolerate. The entire duration of this process should be about 5 to 10 minutes. You will want a clean, fresh cloth every time you compress the abscess. Eventually, what will happen is the skin will thin and the abscess will rupture or leak out what is inside. Usually that is a type of pus, and it will vary in color and consistency, but it will always smell absolutely foul. I'm very sorry. You will want to allow this to leak out and wipe it away. Use cotton balls, another cloth, or a dry corner of the one you are using as a compress. Sometimes during the process, the abscess will scab over while there is still infection inside. Compresses can help loosen and soften the scab so that this can still heal from the inside out. You could then remove the scab, or it might come off during the compressing process. If possible, use saline to flush the abscess. The rat won't like this, but it doesn't hurt. Fill a clean syringe with saline and squirt it into the opening, and then dab dry as needed. This should basically rinse the pus out of the abscess. Each day, the abscess will shrink a little and heal up more. Rats heal very quickly, so even with larger abscesses, a week or so, and they are typically back to normal. If the abscess is very large or deep when it finally opens up, please take your rat to a vet. It may need antibiotics or sutures to close the wound properly. While the rat is healing, it should be on fabric bedding changed daily. This is to prevent bedding like aspen or pine from getting into the wound. Paper bedding should never be used with rats. Getting these things in the wound can make the abscess take longer to heal. It's a pain since rats normally need substrate, but short-term removal for a long-term healing is critical in this instance. Once the abscess is scabbed over or any sutures a vet has given are removed, then they may be back on regular bedding. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thanks for watching. Bye!